Intro. Today we're playing Minecraft again. Believe it or not, I spent a good amount of time on the intro. I was trying to think of something funny and I just couldn't think of anything today, so it's just intro. Uh if you've been here for a while, which is literally nobody because last video got like what 2 views. But if you do watch the older videos, and also when I made the thumbnail for the video, I realized because I was trying to like replicate some like the average YouTuber crazy thumbnail or whatever, I realized that the skin that I had is really old. Like it was just a skin that I stole from like, I don't know, I downloaded somewhere and I just like changed the skin color to match like my skin color, I guess. And I added like half blonde hair, which at the time I had actually dyed my hair half blonde. If I remember, I will put a picture that, you know, so there might be 2 edits on this video. Hey, budget's going up. Budget is going up. But yeah, so if you notice, the hand is a bit different. I try to make a skin. It's not the greatest. Yeah, it's the greatest. Now, how the hell do I do this? So, 3, 2, 1, boom. Ah, fuck. Boom. Nah, shit. Nah, nothing ever goes to plan. There we go. This is my skin now. If you're confused, shit, I cannot be asked to get it. I'll just put a picture. Another. That's 3 edits in one video. That's the budget's going up today. It's what I wear on my main channel videos or like streaming just to stand out, I guess. You know, again, I don't do this here because this is more of like me talking to you. It's not me playing a character, but yes, this is like plus is my branding. I actually do have Nike shoes, like half and half. I couldn't do the Nike logo, so I just kind of have them there. Yeah. The only thing that I didn't make was the pants. I just used that from the one that I already had. Yeah, or the legs, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, I also have a cape now, so that's cool. Yeah, I just want to show you guys that I got a skin. You guys could just, I guess, steal it if you just put my name on. Oh shit. If you just, yeah, there we go, yeah. If you put my name, you could just steal it. Not the greatest of start, Barrel Man. But it is, I think this is the earliest I record in a while. I think the earliest I had recorded was my first video. But yes. So today I want to talk about something that I didn't think about talking about today until I realized that I really struggled with the intro, and that is social anxiety. I don't know if that's the correct term to use, especially for my case. I don't know if, yeah, like I'm not sure if I can say that's my problem, but that's the that was scary. That was really scary. Let's mind this. Yeah, okay. Let's not repeat that again. There we go. I'm not particularly sure if that is my problem, you know, by definition, because I think social, I don't know, but yeah, I do have social anxiety, I think, you know, and when I do feel that way, exactly what I just did right now happens, where I start to stutter. I don't say what I want to say, mainly because of just this fear of just talking, you know, talking on the, like, just talking to people. And this especially happened in college. You know, I did get better with it, and I made some friends because of that, by me just saying, okay, I don't really care, I'm gonna actually talk to people, you know. So with college I improved, but now that I'm not in college and I've kind of just been stuck home, you know, that feeling came back. I don't know, like it's not the best of starts with this video. I'm sorry. I'm not explaining myself properly. I'm trying to find coal. My problem is that I usually go into conversations knowing that I'm gonna mess up the conversation, knowing that I'm not gonna do well in that conversation. So I overthink something before I approach someone, right? Like it definitely is worse when I try to approach people because I start to overthink what I'm gonna say before I even reach to them. So when I do let out sound out of my mouth, yeah, when I do let out sound, I just stutter or I just say gibberish, and then I get anxious because like I'm like, damn, I already fucked it up. So they already have this negative perception of me. Um and it's like, damn, I don't know. I'm getting distracted here, aren't I? Yeah, no, that's definitely something that I struggle with, and whenever I get nervous, I just start to stutter, which really sucks because I feel like it makes me seem less intelligent. Um, I don't know. I don't like that I feel this way, and a big part of that is probably because I never really socialized with people. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I come from I don't want to say rough neighborhood because when I say that and you don't know what that means, you might think that I'm talking about something like O Block or something like that. Zombie, you should not be here. Ah, what the fuck? I keep telling myself, you're not gonna curse today, and I do. This is why YouTube is not recommending my stuff. Because it's Minecraft and I'm cursing. Anyway, I already lost my train of thought. Bruh. Yeah, like I come from a really rough neighborhood. Again, it's getting better now. I want to say that it's getting might make some people upset, gentrified. So it is being changed up a little bit because we live in a near a touristy area, even though it's not. Oh, that's cool. Even though, yeah, I almost said more than I should have because then people will know where I live. But yeah, I come from a rough neighborhood. I definitely don't act like it, and that's mainly because I just try to. I don't know. What was I trying to say actually? Damn, bro. Like I'm lost in this video. I'm so sorry. I don't know why. Like I feel like I should have heed the warnings from the intro because I just couldn't think of anything. I think I spent the whole 2 minutes sitting there trying to think of something to say and I just couldn't. I don't know. I guess I'm just getting more nervous, when it comes to doing these videos. Every time that I see like an influx of views, I feel like scared that people would judge me. And it's like, well, that's the whole point, isn't it? Like making these kind of videos is just so you can decide, okay, what do you think of me? What do you think of me as a person, right? And that's really up to you to decide, right, Barrowman? It's up to chat, the audience, to decide what they think of me. But I mean, when it comes to just like real life scenarios, I'm trying to find a good cave. When it comes to real life scenarios, I really just suck at approaching people. And back to what I was saying, because I actually didn't even finish that thought or what I was trying to say there. I come from a different area that I might appear to be from. I don't think I seem like if I say yeah I'm from the hood, I don't think that you'd believe me. Not that I'm asking you to believe me. I'm just saying that I don't particularly seem like the average person around here. And before you try to twist that into something else, you're like, oh yeah, what is somebody supposed to look like? Imagine the the Edgar haircut, Mi troca way, like people like that. That's the Latinos from this area. I don't act like that, right? I often had this thing where people said I was whitewashed. I definitely went through that a lot, growing up. But that's not the point. The point is that because of that, I never really belonged in any group, right? I never really did. I always had this thing where like, again, I think I've changed tremendously since high school, like a lot, like the way I talk, the way I go, the way I carry myself. I'm not perfect, but I've definitely changed a lot. Again, just in many ways. I think the way that I speak and kind of carry myself is the biggest one. Um, that's too dark. Is that grass? Oh, that was a cave. But yeah, I want to be careful when I say this because people will definitely take this the wrong way at some point. You know, I'm just gonna call it out now that people will take this the wrong way at some point, and I'm fine with it. But that's just how I feel. And I don't mean anything. I don't have any ill intentions when I say this, but I always felt like I was too nerdy for the popular kids, and I was too ghetto for the nerdy kids. You know what I mean? Like I always seemed like I was too weird and not really like people didn't really want to talk to me because of how I was. Like the people that were like popular, you know what I mean? And to put into perspective, like I went through like a 80% African American or like black school, and the rest was like Latino. There was no white people in our school, so just to put into perspective what my school looked like. Yeah, so yeah, I was definitely the weird kid for sure, or people perceived me to be as such. Even though I really wasn't, I was just quiet. I just didn't really talk. You know what I mean? I literally had the same interests, but I just didn't talk. That's the only difference. I just didn't talk. And I also did, even when I did talk, people thought I was white because I grew up on the internet. So a lot of the things that I say or whatever like come from the internet. So there was that. And then for like the nerdy kids, I guess the nerdy kids that you would call them, I guess nerdy kids, they thought I was too much, right? I was just too much. I don't know. Like I wasn't chill. Like I don't know. I was too much for them. So I never really belonged in a particular group of people. I was always like in any group. I was always the outsider. And I mean, I'm just saying this as somebody that kind of hanged out sometimes with both groups, both sides, you know, of the coin, the non-popular and the popular. I was always just like the guy on the side. I don't know. And by the way, it's not like anybody's fault. I think that at the end of the day, like when it comes to most people, you're not really gonna get along with somebody that you don't. I'm just running around. I want to find coal. I know I have some here, but should I use it? Yeah, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use half of the coal. It's not really enough for me, but whatever. Wait. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. I just want to make some torches. That's why. But yeah, I mean, I will blame myself for that. There's obviously things that you can point at and say, oh, the reason why I am like this is because of this, because of that, you know. But admittedly, like the older you get and the more you realize what your flaws are, you know what I mean? You have to be able to work on those. I understand that for me it's a matter of getting out of my comfort zone, and I think I'm a firm believer, and I've been thinking about this because when it comes to other topics, like, you know, the last video's topic, I did say this, and I really wish that I emphasized this, but I feel like who you are at a certain age is who you will be going forward. And if there's any like bad stuff about you, like maybe like bad traits, negative habits and such, I don't think it's a matter of changing, but it's a matter of suppressing that. Oh, redstone. I might need that. Might need that. You know, so if you have bad habits, you can only suppress that. You can never really change that. You know what I mean? So I think my anger issues will always be there. It's just up to me to say, okay, these are my problems. I'm going to try my hardest to not continue to be that way. But for example, like if you piss me off, the type of person that I used to be will come back out. Again, I'm better at not being like that. What the hell? You know, I'm better at not being like that anymore. You know, I've improved over time. Bro, I've improved over time, but I'm still not perfect. You know, and I don't know if I could ever get to perfection. You know, it's kind of like I said, I wish that I could be this chill person. You know, maybe I would get along with people more. You know, but I'm not really like that. I also admit, like, is that, you know, I'm also to blame for not really being able to make friends often. You know, I feel like sometimes I give bad vibes to people because I am kind of, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. I can't be kind of mean, you know, or really passive aggressive. I don't know. And again, that's really on me. I'm not gonna blame anybody else for that. I want to start fighting. There we go. Makes my life easier. Okay. So let's just let them throw hands in the background while I mine this. Oh damn, that was quick. Okay. But yeah, so I don't know. I need to get better at just approaching people. Also being more open-minded. One of the things, oh, more diamonds. One of the things that I've also struggled with is just understanding that there's differences in people. I don't know why I really struggle with it. I used to have this mentality that if you're like different from me, I would not really fuck with you, right? Or I just didn't like popular people or people that had like a better social standing than me. It was definitely envy. So it's not like, oh, poor me, I can't make friends, or I struggle with talking to people. Like, that is true, but at the same time, you know, it's not like I'm flawless. At the same time, I also like judge people, you know, just because of they were doing better than me. Oh, I didn't even see this. What? Do diamonds not come in pairs anymore? I don't know. Whoa. Look at that. I feel like this video, I haven't really explained properly what I was trying to say. I wasn't staying on topic. I'm sorry. Today I'm not in my element. I hope that, you know, I really hope that that's not a warning sign for how today's gonna be. But nah, it should be okay. Positive thinking. Positive thinking. I have a lot of issues about me that I have to fix. You know, not only am I low-key problematic at times, you know, and again, I've gotten better at it, but still, like, that past haunts me. You know, not only have I had that problem, but at the same time, like, I need to get out of my comfort zone to talk to people, you know, make friends, and understand that there's different types of people in the world. You know, not be judgmental. It's gonna sound kind of corny. It really is, but me getting back into Persona, like me making YouTube content, like obviously you don't know me for that, but if you watch my main channel videos, I talk about Persona and stuff like that, and I realized, like, you know, obviously it's a fictional game, but I really like the fact that the protagonist can be friends with all kinds of people. Not even just like friends, but more of like he can talk to anybody. You know what I mean? Just the idea of being able to talk to anybody, understand that there is different kinds of people. So you can judge someone for how they look. You know, you can judge me for looking a certain kind of way, but you never really know what I went through. You never know what somebody's been through. You know, some people have bad mindsets and just bad things about them, but it's not their fault. It's what they were taught. You know what I mean? Can't really judge them too hard. I mean, you can definitely judge it, and sometimes it's harder for other people because they don't learn, they don't try to improve, right? That happens often where people are just a certain kind of way and then they don't improve. This video is so over the place. What am I talking about now? I'm so sorry. Every video is gonna be like this, I guess. Just not a topic. I don't know why today I feel weird. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. Maybe the lack of sleep is catching up to me. Barrow Man. Really, what I'm trying to tell the people, the audience, is that I suck at talking to people. You know, I overthink every conversation. I genuinely, like, I try my best to avoid, you know, social scenarios. Like, even I think people don't really understand to what level. Because I think even like people that suck at being social will still join Discord servers, will still join random VCs. I can't do that. Like genuinely, struggle with talking to people. Like it's crazy, and I don't know. Like there's only it's so weird because I think it's a mental thing that I'm doing to myself. I feel like that's what it is because it's not always this way. It's also depending on how I perceive somebody, and often than not, because of my insecurities and stuff like that, I often mentally put myself under someone, but my brain doesn't want to do that. Like it's like my brain clashing with myself, men versus self type beat, type shit. Where on one hand, I kind of feel under somebody, so I get nervous. But at the same time, my brain is like, no, you're like the greatest of all time. Because like I have this huge ego, which sucks, and I'm trying to, you know, get better and not be that kind of way. Sorry, I wanna cover this up. Where's it at? I didn't get enough. It was bothering me. I had to cover it up. They're covering up the flight logs. Anyways, I gotta stop making that joke, bro. I might get disappeared. Huh. Barrowman, I really, you know what? Let me just stay here, Barrowman. You listen to me. Nobody's here watching this at this point anymore. They realize that my ramblings are the ramblings of a lunatic. So let me ramble to you because I mean you kind of have no other option. My problem is that I tend to overthink every single interaction that I have with people. I'm an overthinker. I overthink anything. You know, I overthink any like message. I overthink how somebody says something, and I overthink how I'm gonna approach somebody. And it's really rare for me to not feel that kind of way, and it just depends on how I'm feeling. There's times where I actually do get pretty confident. Like as much as I don't want to drink, anytime that I have drunk alcohol, I have gotten a bit more confident. And I like it's weird, like any confidence or lack of actually, I lost it. I didn't have that anymore. I actually gained confidence, or at least I just went. I didn't have this weird feeling anymore. I lost it. It wasn't there anymore. Barrel man, it wasn't there anymore. Um, I don't want to rely on alcohol for that. And I also made a promise to myself that if I'm gonna drink, I will only do it at my house. I won't do it outside of that. And I'm gonna try to stick to that promise. I don't wanna be out in public drunk. I never wanna do that. What am I, dude? I'm trying to like, I don't know what to do. I'm just kind of lost right now. I have 2 diamonds here. I think I have 2 over there. I could make a diamond pick. Should I do that? I could do that. I want to make a compass, which I don't know how to do that. Set my spawn point here, and then I could travel more. I've just been kind of stuck in this little area. Oh, okay, I could do that. Oh yeah, I could do that. Give me 1 second. Wait, how do you make the one compass? My friend made it for me when we played together. Did I mess up? He's gonna watch. He's like, bro. Or does this just naturally? No, it doesn't. My spawn point is here. Ah, whatever. It doesn't matter. I do need to start stepping out of my comfort zone more, right, kitty? Actually, let's bring you inside. I'm sorry I've just been leaving you out here. Come here. Hey, come back here. Bro said no. Yes. All right. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right. Shit. There you go. We can poo there. Poo and pee there. Let me get you. Give me 1 second, chat. I can't multitask. Oh my god. Trying to get this. There you go, bro. I feel like that's too much, but I won't change it often, so that should be okay. I do need to start stepping out of my comfort zone. I say that and I probably still won't. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know, dude. I feel like it's all about, it's two things. It's just, for me, it's how I perceive myself first, which leads to then me struggling to talk to people, right? Because I feel like they're not gonna like me from the get-go. Like, I just have this mentality. I wish that this video was more organized. I would have been said this. This is like one of the main things. But, you know, no way, I just forgot. I'm cooked. I'm so cooked. I genuinely am so cooked. It's about how I perceive myself. So I feel like when I approach a conversation with somebody, or if I join like a random VC on Discord, or if I go meet up with somebody, I already have this feeling that people won't like me. It's weird. That's why, like, if I ever hang out with people and they want to bring their friends, I get really nervous because I'm like, you know what I mean? I just feel like they might not like me, right? Or they might not fuck with me. And it's really irrational if I think about it. You know, I'm sure that I've met people that don't like me, you know. I'm sure I've met people that don't like me. But that's a weird ass sound. Let's go. I'm gonna call you. Oh, that's what I'm gonna call you. Come here. Let's go exploring. I have a compass, but that's not gonna take me home, is it? It's not gonna take me home. Oh, look, another cave. It's exactly what I was looking for. And coal. Exactly what I was looking for. Dog, I thought I heard a creeper. That would have been bad. But yeah, I need I keep saying I keep saying that I need to I really am. I don't know what's up with today. I think I'm gonna just mine this coal, and I'm gonna call it a day. I don't know why today I just felt unprepared. I hope that nothing bad happens today. Really hope so, because today has not, so far, has been kind of weird for me. You know, I broke my mug, my favorite mug, while cleaning my room. You know, which is really sad. Even the music understands that. It's a pretty sad thing. It's my favorite mug. I got it from Six Flags when I went to when I went to Six Flags with my friends during the senior year thingy. We had like senior year events in my high school. You know, before we I think it was after we graduated. I don't remember. But I went with my friends, two of my friends, and I got that mug. It was the Aquaman mug for the ride that they had just opened.